Welcome back to my stream. It's been a little bit, huh? Um, so yeah, I might have mentioned this in my baseball video, but I'm gonna be playing Pyre tonight because, uh, well, I've already been through one loop, kind of the game, and I really just want to, make progress on it. This is gonna be my last stream of 2025, so yeah, um, just getting set up, and then we'll get going. Oh, there it is. Okay, moving over. Here we go. And for some reason my chat isn't working. Hmm. Hmm. JB, can you say something in chat? I'm using my browser to spy on the viewers in my chat. The music in this game is so good. Whatever. Okay. Heck it. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I haven't played this game since we did the Liberation Rite. And I guess it's time to continue. One last settings check. That's there, that's there. Okay, good enough. The path to freedom beckons you to press on. Good morning, my girl. The place I noted earlier let me illuminate the way. Okay. Moonlight alcove, a small landing on the dark side of the sacred mountain. Wilfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing, tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about you see a variety of strange items and equipment. Well, time to check out the Black Wagon. Let's talk to Wilfred. You find Wilfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I, we've made many memories together, and I could not help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there's something that you wish to know, you need but ask. What did he do to earn his sentence? Ask Wilfred about his past in the Commonwealth and how he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my girl. Most whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I am happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one. Stamping press, an illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. Okay. Cool, thank you, Chibi. I appreciate it. Yeah, so, okay, my OBS Twitch is broken. That's what I wanted to check. But I have a pop-out chat, so I can still read chat while I'm streaming. That's weird. Oh well. This also means that, unfortunately, I won't be able to see if anybody subscribes and comment on it. Oh well. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the intermittent wars against the High-Wing remnants. I spread the truth about it all with my machine. Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while, but not for long. Here in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and short of it. Now, then, was there anything else? Why did they disband? Express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here and Volfred's past connection to the group. I have been connected with the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Headwind and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Arissa and another known as Orlek. Ooh. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He is rather older than he looks. The other triumvirates we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Arissa, we lost her, and Orlek, he was my friend. He fell from Mount Elodiel. We lost him as well, on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the Black Wagon cleared and buried, such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my girl. Okay, and how does he know the Lone Minstrel? You ask Wilfred about his history with the Lone Minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Drake was there with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as you've seen. Although he's somewhat more cheerful now than I recall him back then, if you can believe that. I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights and the Nightwings. I've tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though it is plain that he's not from around here. This being the downside, I respect his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much about him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me that the Nightwings had returned. He and Tiso were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well anyway. Was there anything else you wish to talk about for now? Nope. You thank Volford for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon. Likewise to you, reader. Be well. Woo! Okay. So now it's working. I hit my follower goal. Thank you very much, Your Russia 1989. Welcome to the stream. And let's bide our time. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest that you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready by when you need it next. From the mountaintop, you can see all across the downside. It is impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land besides it. And so you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. What I'm learning is that I really should have finished this off in my last video. Oh well. Then you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass. Then, one evening... May I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the Book of Rites, as has been your leaning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader, madame. The stars shine like you have never seen. Once more the path towards salvation is revealed, but now something is different. Whoa. Each prior time you searched the stars, they showed up to you as a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. That's interesting. I'm gonna go to Gaul. We're gonna go see the pups again. The stars urge that we go to the Ridge of Gaul, a long way off. Wilfred, sir, how are we to reach the Ridge of Gaul in due course of time? You know full well, Tariq, preparations are complete. You think you see the lone minstrel smile ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advance, you'll find that there ought to be fewer rites this time until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many it is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought to present itself much sooner than before. So let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of the news soon spreads through the group. And away we go! Next morning, Volfred calls everyone together before the Black Wagon. This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aids, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. What? Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. He turns to you, indicating levers and devices marked with symbols from the book. Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. Helicopter! Maybe? Whee! After having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft somehow. Oh, Tizo's having a good time. That means I'm having a good time. You know what? I need Tizo with me. 1 second. Image. Uh-huh. Okay. Where's my little guy? There he is. Alright, come here, Tizo. You're here with me. Okay, perfect. Now I can't lose, ever. Not that I ever have, but you know. What does he have to think? Tizo is excited to be flying again. You get the impression this may not be the first time for him. By the Underking! Never thought I'd soar like this again. The Nightwings sail the skies again, wheresoever the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing. Though we should be able to find at least a couple of landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea towards our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. Whoa! I can actually fly on the map. Well, kind of. What? What is that? You know what? What happens? Sisters, we are under attack! Well, no, we are merely being mocked. By none other than the Nightwings. Mock us all you wish, then, wastrels of the Commonwealth. The sight of you in that utterly outlandish wagon, your mere existence is an affront to the act of flight. Would that my sisters and I could soar tireless and free as we once did, but nay, we must resort to such ignoble means of travel such as you. Now stay away from us, lest our vengeance should extend beyond your Commonwealth, and become much more personal in nature. What? What's up with you? Oh, we literally just get to bump into all the other teams? That's funny. Ah, pleasure to encounter you within the skies themselves, oh Nightwing. They deliberately crashed into us, Father, yet you still address them in such a cordial manner? Now, Almer, I am certain that this was an honest accident, and as it appears no lasting damage has been done. Please take the helm, as I shall go and start to pick up the fallen artifacts which shook free from the walls after the impact. Perhaps some of these old heirlooms may yet be repaired with adhesives drawn from certain flora we may find along our long and difficult quest. Damn you, Nightwings, you stay away from us. Well, now I have to bump into everyone. Ah. We are very, 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 very high up above the waters. If this knight is not mistaken, this knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. Well, we can't have that. Hey, we're here. Yonder lies the Ridge of Gaul, somewhat less imposing when viewed from this vantage point. Do you not agree, reader? The myths of the downside hold that is no mere ridge of stone, but the remains of Lord Gandroth, once slain by Gaul Galathanian himself. Though perhaps such tales are of little import now, when you stand to confront the dissidents there in just a short while. And what's over here? You soar near to the border of the Sandfolds, where your companions first found you in the downside not long ago. There's nothing for you there, and you wish never to see it again. Okay, fair enough. Let's go to the spooky pool. The southern route to the Ridge of Gaul goes through a humid area pocked with hot springs. Pamethus suggests that this route looks clear, so you should have time to pursue your vocations. You make a successful landing in Downside Prairie near the southern edge of the downside. Memories of having first met Hedwyn, Jadariel, and Ruki have come flooding back. No! Why would the game do this to me? Jadariel, she was a grim, longtime resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there. She has regained her freedom in a liberation rite. Your companions assist with a routine inspection of the wagon. Rookie reports that the wagon's hull is well intact and did not suffer damage during the flight. Which is interesting considering I rammed 2 different, other ships in the air. Shay observed small fractures in the edges of the wing flaps, though on further scrutiny this proves not to be cause for much concern. Everything else seems to be in order. The rest of the group got through the flight without incident. You should have some time to explore the vicinity before continuing onwards to the Ridge of Gaul by land. Well, there are a bunch of things to do in the Black Wagon. Whoa, so much more stuff. I gotta see what all the stuff is. Got new ropes. Ish. Canvas wings. The Black Wing is flight capable, though by which means you do not fully grasp yet. Downside Clinger yields fruits from time to time, though only if one says the magic word. Open sesame. I want fruit. Please? What's this jar? The wisps inside provide a scarce bit of light when it is needed, all for a low monthly fee. What does that even mean? No, give me the controls. Hello? Well, it was shiny and now I can't do anything with it. That's annoying. Grease stone. Grease stone, something like that. Exhibits a flagrant disregard for natural law, thus providing light entertainment. I love it. I want to eat it. It looks like candy. Anyway, we have Book of Rites to read. Forsaken Lands. In the words of Molten Millinth, the Wild Witch. Years upon years we spent distilling life essence from many things, which all once writhed under auspices of their mortality, which we ourselves cut short. In this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so we think did they. We earned the title Witch, and were forced to flee into the downside. Here we encountered Solium Myrrh, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumnavigate these lands and catalog our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose the secrets of this land. He wished to yield benefit to those who followed in our wake, indulges us both then. Okay, so much more book now. Living in exile, in the words of Jomur Minimane, the Alpha Chief. Once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called Chief. I traveled all the world over on my 4 good paws, and I was well adored. I wanted to grow stronger. Here at last I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the downside for a reason, but in time, here you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and to find certain beauty in unlikely places. Oh, so many pages. So much reading. 9 triumvirates. In the words of Haub the Swallow, the Accursed. At first I found it much too difficult to read, much less to write, even to grasp the quill. But the Horned One, Myrrh, implored me. He said this is the greatest gift that he could give me in return. In return for what, I asked? In return for his life, he said. But I did not save your life, I said. You did, he said. We fight about this still. Myrrh is stubborn, more than I. Now herein, and by his leave, I chronicle the 9 triumvirates, for I am of this land and like the rest who wish to leave. We knew not everyone could leave who wanted. Seldom would the opportunity arise, thus did we organize those striving for the chance into 9 sets of 3. Oh wait. I just straight up get a lot of reading. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna need to drink water before I continue. What the heck? 1 second. Okay, I am hydrated. Ish. Because this is a lot of reading, I'm gonna go for as long as I can. And eventually I will swap over to something a little bit easier. Just because this is a ton of reading. The Beyonders. To call the Beyonders a triumvirate is to stain the others' efforts, yet I am beholden to describe them here. A pack of bandits loosely organized under the Sisters of the Arch. They traveled all this way into my land to take the Horned One's life, to kill my friend Myrrh. We thwarted them. We had them at our mercy. Mercy had become imperative to Myrrh. We spared their lives but banished them to darkness far beyond these lands. Now and forever, the Beyonders cling to a beholden duty to confront the true triumvirates whenever they so choose, so that whenever the true triumvirates clash, it shall be to their fullest extent. Okay, so I don't get all of the... Okay, that's good. On Commonwealth. In the words of Triesta Tithys, the Blessed Born, we the 8 assembled here together in the downside, and we gave our freedoms that you may yet have yours. It is an exchange we have not lightly made. It is my charge to ensure that you, should you regain your freedom, first off recognize its qualities, and also use it wisely. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. My own wings, I once thought they could take me anywhere, and then they took me here where I am bound. It is your charge to be free, and not to make the same mistakes. Spring from here and learn from what we did, and build a new and great society, a free society, with wings spread wide for everyone. Celestial Landmarks. In the words of Luce Lauren, 100 Minds the Scholar, you feel a kinship with the stars. You owe your everything to them. Perhaps one day even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they led me here. I demanded that they explain to me the paradox of knowledge. For how is it that something can be shared but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? The stars did not respond but set me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks, which they revealed to me so that someday I would reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see the land and see ourselves in a new light. Book of Rites, much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch, whom we banished the great beyond for deeds irredeemable. Suffice it that the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters in the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light, and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The stars communicate to us, and you, in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of the Arch within their prison here, give them our thanks. That's dark. Cool, okay. Mount Elodiel. In the words of Molten Millith, the Wild Witch. Gaining the summit of the Mount Elodiel involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery in varying proportion. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensation that we felt indescribable. The lands we stood upon were closer to the stars than to the world we knew. It was upon this highest point in all the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tomb, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of the rites and felt together for the first a sense of freedom unlike any we experienced before. But that is a subject which our comrades shall illuminate in greater detail. Okay. Let's talk to the funny boy. Sir Gilman is shivering there after the Black Wagon's maiden voyage through the skies. Master Reader, this knight is very, very slightly out of sorts is all. He merely appears terrified, but he assures you that his seeming cowardice is but an optical illusion in this case. That's kinda silly. Don't worry about it. Ametha overhears and joins you. Flying's not for everyone, Sir Knight. This knight heartily concurs, though how anyone at all can stand it he is yet to understand. Well, let's see. What's it like to swim in the waters of the Sea Dominion? Ah, those glorious murky waters, engulfed in hideous warfare to be sure, but otherwise a joy to cut across, to feel the coolness of the waves beneath one's gill slits and the like. Though this knight is now accustomed to his life above the surface. Flying's just the same, Sir Knight. It resists those not born to it. I, in turn, have wondered what your seas are like, but the thought of swimming fills me with disgust. Though I haven't had to swim, and you now have to fly. That is very brave of you, and you handled it better than some harp fledglings I've met in my day. You'll get used to it. Yay, Pyramintha, you're not all that bad. I still don't really trust you, but... You know what? You're growing on me a little bit. You get 1 Amelia point. Yay, Sir Gilman! Okay, let's explore Blooming Pool. Meet up with Pamitha, who suggested you go ranging with her through Blooming Pool. Let's say we fly this one together, reader darling. Together you set out to explore the rolling hills around the Black Wagon. You find little to speak of other than desolation typical of the downside. Should probably head back. Don't want the others getting the wrong idea. What? What does that mean? No. You and Pamitha make your way back to the wagon. Though uneventful, your search helped ease the burdens weighing on you and leaves you with time to pursue your vocation. I'm gonna continue studying in private. Do I want to? Yes. I have stuff to max out. This afternoon you feel especially drawn to the Book of Rites and find a place to look upon its words. Your greater understanding comes the reader's influence. See? The final non-glory point. You extract the deeper meaning from the words and the teachings of the Book of Rites, one you feel in your core yet struggle to articulate. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within you cannot tell. You gain Spirit, all Nightwings gain, +2 hope. Good job, everybody. At dawn, everyone seems to have recovered from the rigors of your maiden voyage across the skies. It is time to return to the Ridge of Gaul and confront the dissidents once again. Let's go beat up the Punky Pups. No more pages. I do enough reading during the day. I don't want to do any more now. I'm kidding. I'll do it. I'm gonna eat you, Greasestone. One day, it'll disappear. And everybody will be like, where did that stone go? And then I'll have a suspiciously stone-shaped, tummy. Anyway, Book of Rites. Emperor's Fall. We found each of the others in due time by fate, not by coincidence. The wise Lusglorian stood among the trees, gazing at the stars, expecting us. The wild witch, Milith, was so enthralled by my liege's utter transformations, she stayed her sorceries. Blessed-born Triesta swooped down upon us, but to warn of imminent attack. The many-maned Jamur thus intervened and shared with us his humor and his hunt. Even the Under-King Horus himself sought out an audience with us. Thus we became the 8 and journeyed on together. The Ridge of Gaul. The serpent titan Gandroth turned to brittle stone not long after his death. Of that you may be certain. What remained is a flat, elevated basin that stands us closer to the heavens. Upon the fallen Gandroth's hide, the stars themselves alight, and you shall know you stand on sacred ground. We set the metal sigils lit in candle flames, and we emblazoned on the rock-like forms the sigils of our passage to and from this land. And then the stars themselves, they did reply to us. They sang, shining bright, their voices loud and clear. We understood their cadence, so we knew how often to return. Cool. What's up, Pamitha? You find Pamitha by herself again, though her expression is growing darker than her custom. Leave me be, would you, reader darling? Trying to get some good and proper moping done here and you're distracting me. Leave me be, reader. Just leave me be. Reader, just leave me be. You don't want to know what's lurking in my heart or mind. What you'll find there isn't pretty. Well, now I have to know. Yet something about her thought process is different to you now. You know that, with her conditioning, she can resist your scrutiny, but now her thoughts are laid bare to you. I want to see what she's thinking. I need to know if I can trust her. Uh-oh. Tamitha seems to be inviting you into her thoughts. You remain there in that lonesome space with her. What is it going to take, I wonder, Tamitha? Shall I just go ahead and kill them all? That would be proof enough, perhaps, about my loyalties to you and to our sisters. Perhaps I ought to start with this one right in front of me. The bond between you severs as Tamitha opens her eyes and stares at you. Well, so much for trusting her. Then she smiles sweetly and gives a gentle laugh. You see, reader darling, my thoughts are rather cumbersome at times. But do not fear, I have them very well under control. Still, thoughts being the loathsome things they are, I nonetheless cannot fully suppress them. She exhales and looks askance. You know by now why I am in this mess with all of you. You could say I lack Tamitha's sense of commitment, her zeal. She lives only to see your nation overthrown, or something worse if she could have her way. Centuries of conflict can be quite emboldening that way, especially when one's sister's leading cause of death is Commonwealth forged steel. Wielded with the utmost of mercy, of course. Well, I had little patience for the senselessness of it myself. Became a bit of a pariah, I suppose. I knew Tamitha was going to get herself and others killed someday. So when she was to fly out on this one big mission of hers, I had other arrangements made. But after she was caught, your people did not exactly uphold their end of the bargain. I knew there were such risks, of course, and yet a chance is still a chance. Tamitha was clipped and cast down. A mercy, they called it. I did not see it that way, and in my growing protests of her treatment, I was soon enough to follow. I haven't yet decided if I entirely regret my actions, but I do seek Tamitha's forgiveness and wish that she could see my thoughts for what they are, as it seems you can. Then she might realize our nation's people have much more in common than she knows. Sometimes I wonder which of them's the stupider. She brushes past you and out of the wagon for now. Okay then. Alright, Stinky Slug, what's up? Hey guys, say, what are you doing all the way back here? You know it's not so bad here, I was thinking, and I got some pretty good stuff I think you ought to check out. Well, Jodario's no longer in my party. But I don't know if it's something that I can or should sell. I mean, I can sell it, that much is certain, but I don't know whether or not I should. I still want the lunar glass. I'm actually gonna take a second to look this up. Hmm. Okay. Well, I can unfortunately sell that item. Because I'm never gonna see Jodariel ever again. That sucks. But she deserved her freedom. And I still think I made the right choice. There's some pretty good items here. I still want the lunar glass though. Okay. Come see you again, guys. Wait. Okay, never mind. Well, Mammoth has more of a biography, so I guess I'll read that now. Crime conspiracy, motive insurrection, years exiled 4. Sorry, Rookie. Tizo! Of course Tizo hasn't committed any crimes. Because he's perfect. Alright, time to commence the rite. As the sky grows dark over the ridge of Gaul, a hush falls over your companions, especially Rookie. Hi, Kie. Thank you for joining us. Always happy to have you here. Yeah. I'm happy you're happy to be here. You sense something is troubling Rookie, something to do with your next adversaries. Oh, hey sister, just wanted to let you know I'm pumped and ready to take on the dissidents this time. Sure am, alright. That Barker, he's not so scary once you get to know him like I do, you know? So don't worry, because I sure won't be going easy on him after last time. As Rookie marches off towards the clearing, you notice his grin fade away.
Reader, ever persevering, aren't we? Well then,
Narrator, I don't have a choice.
because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be the dissidents. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Oi, mates, look at what we have here. Greentail, is that you? Yeah, Barker, it's me, alright. Well, I'll be, so tell me something then, Greentail. You gonna go against me this time, or keep on being a stinking coward like before, huh? What do I do? 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 Wait. He says he wants to fight. If you can beat him, maybe. Maybe he'll leave us alone. He'll leave the Greentails alone. I can make it worth his while. Barker? What is it, mate? The right's about to start. Well, I was just thinking, I know I owe you and everything, but I've got a deal for you. You like a good deal, don't you? I like a good laugh's more like it, but I'll bite, Greentail. What's your fancy here? I was thinking, if I can beat you here, we're squared away. You let me off the hook. Huh, I see. But tell me something, mate. Now, why in the stinking world would I want to do a thing like that? What's in it for me when I beat you instead? Then, I'll pay you double what I owe, I promise. But you have to promise too, Kerr's oath. Oi, really now? Double or nothing then, is it, aye? You drive a hard bargain there, mate, but alright, it's a deal. You beat me and my pack, right here, right now, and you're debt-free as far as I'm concerned. Of course, if you don't, I'll be fleecing you for all you're worth. You, your stupid uncles, and that dear old mom of yours. See you shortly. Hey, so this one means a lot to me, you understand there, sister? Let me go against these guys and I'll make sure we show them up, okay? You got it. We'll beat the mohawk off of that puppy. By the by there, mates, my pack and I, we've got a few new tricks we're dying to show you real soon. Okay, so they gain tower and some masteries. Okay.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Wow, that's a big aura. What? You can double jump. That's not fair. Congrats on your transition, though. What the? They all have the double jump. They're all trans. Snarlo is a hilarious name. Wow, Fee. That's so silly. Well, obviously I need my boy Headwind.
Edwin. Shiru-sama.
And I need my boy Rookie.
Rookie.
And then Shay.
Shay. The choice is cast.
Rookie, he has always been so kind to me. If I help us to prevail here, then maybe I can start to make it up to him. Alright then, Greentail, bring it on, or it's your dear old mom who's gonna pay.
Now begin.
No! need to remember how to play the game. Oh, so far so good.
To strike the adversary's flame.
Eh. Well,
Glorious.
press the wrong button.
Remember everything which you hold dear.
What's the matter, Greentail? Methinks you seem a little nervous on your paws out there. Just shut up already, Barker. Let's get on with it. What's that you say, huh? You think you can talk back to me like that, Greentail? You heard me, Barker. Stay out of my damn way. Or what, mate? Or I'll sink these little nervous teeth into your neck, old chum. Wow. Good for you, Ricky.
That foolish Barker was a menace to the Commonwealth and is a blight upon the rights.
Silly boys.
Onward thus to greater glory.
Oh, so far Ricky has scored 40 points, so that's a great start.
A second wind.
What are these boys doing? Dang it. Wow, he can cast that so fast. Oh, that was a double kill. Woo! No.
The orb slips from your clutches.
Ah! Ooh. No.
A shameful outcome.
Okay, they win.
Glory to the scribes.
Okay, that's the jump button. What are they doing? Why are they being weird?
Oh, there goes Headwind.
Ah!
Their flame has died a little.
Thank you, Shay.
The rite has nearly ended. Red-handed. A shameful outcome.
What?
Alas.
I didn't see that they killed Shay.
Alas for Headwind. The orb.
What the? Oh,
And it is done.
I'm in.
The Nightwings prevail. Their hapless adversary stood no chance.
That fast casting was really brutal.
The rite is done.
Woohoo, we did it. We got him. Beep. Greentail, you got us fair and square, mate. As fair as square as this stuff gets, right? So my family you'll leave alone? You said you'd leave him alone. He's off there, Greentail. The deal's a deal. Now then, me and my pack had better step it up for when we see you and your mates again. I'll be looking forward. Ricky watches them depart and then turns to you as his expression softens. Don't know what to tell you, sister, other than I really owe you one.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. The moon-touched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
Good job, Shay. Fate scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel I have grown somehow closer to them, maybe? I guess I'll go in on the jumping.
Until the stars align.
You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles overcome the dissidents and find Valford waiting for you there. Well done back there, my girl. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I have something that I wish to share with you if you have a moment. We have discussed the plan of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress towards the goal of it. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shining stars, where once you saw but one. Several shining stars, a trick of the eye or the will of the scribes, who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that, in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each race, we in turn influence which triumvirates we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Henceforth, you may use Volfred's planner to see your current location. Whichever triumvirate carries the most favor shall confront the Nightwings for a chance of freedom. But... using Volfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal as well as to check the current standings of your adversaries. Volfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now or any time in the Black Wagon or while searching the stars. Wow. Probability of success. Volfred's current best estimate that the revolution brewing in the Commonwealth shall succeed. 30%. Good job, Jadario. She is worth a lot. Cool. I want to fight the Pyre Hearts. Or Chastity. Withdrawn. Hmm. Oh, the Pyre Hearts are an option. Ah, so are the pups. The other pups, the good pups. Let's go beat up the funny worms. Is this knight to understand that we shall soon confront Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts once more? Then this is to be a most exciting time. This knight's one-time commanding officer, imagine, if you will, a worm without the slightest trace of bravery. Uh-oh, it went sepia tone. Sir Gilman then recants the tale of Sir Deluge's past and how it is that they wound up together in the downside. Sir Deluge, a worm knight of the Sea Dominion and former ally of Sir Gilman. He lacks the sort of courage for which his kind is known, yet somehow leads the Pyre Hearts anyway. I'm just gonna vibe out for a bit to the music. Some worms born under the Sea Dominion's waters sought life's meaning on dry land. The Commonwealth recognized their chivalrous traditions and soon put them to use. Sir Deluge was just another bit of frontline fodder in the war against the Highwind remnants. Yet time and again he distinguished himself for one simple reason: he would not die. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. Then in the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, when retreat certainly was not an option, Sir Deluge retreated anyway. This was a breaking point, and he at last was sentenced into exile. Spiral Sanctum, the burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. In the downside, he sought water, where he made contact with Sir Gilman and other members of his kind. They all saluted him as their superior. The other knights had little choice but to respect his rank. As the Pyre Hearts, they conducted the rites in the name of their great hero, the Under-King Orius, while adhering to their strict code. This knight may not have failed quite so miserably at the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum had his entire regiment not turned to disarray after Sir Deluge fled. Perhaps by confronting his former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part for now. However, this knight must beg your leave. You say goodnight to Sir Gilman in turn. There's no time to make flight preparations now, though in the morning you will press on once again. Huh. The Dissidents. I myself did form the Dissidents under the simple tenet: those who do not belong, belong. The other scribes, some of them showed at first reluctance to allow an imp and one accursed to designate one of the 9 triumvirates, but Myrrh, the Horned One, stubborn as he was, stood by my side. In time they came to understand, for I remained as ever at their side, a living bit of proof of their absurdity. The Dissidents are an extension of my oddity. Those who did not adhere, they are not to be discarded, underestimated, or dismissed. They are as necessary as those against whom they rebel. Cool. Puppy time. As you approach Ruki, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. Then he rushes up to you, a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with the rest of you. It's like I finally got to set aside this giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around, you know what I mean? Wanted to say thanks, sister, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Barker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now at least old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him on the other side. She's still waiting for a rookie boy to come on home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just 'cause I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, sister, if you ever need something, I owe you one, and then some. Cur's oath. He prances out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. Oh, he gained 2 permanent hope. That's great. Time to fly away. The bloom hangs thick above the pit of Millith and all around it. You are brave to seek your adversaries here again, reader. Many in the downside believe it to be nothing other than a foul den. They take the tales of Yaslash Astralborn to be mythology, embellished through retelling over time. You have met others, such as the witch Emil, who believes otherwise. Although, whichever their beliefs, I know of none who would go near the place unless the stars demanded it. Thus shall your coming right against the Pyre hearts take place in complete secrecy, as always the rights have. Let's get Stardust. I need to start spending that. You return to the dismal region known as Flaky Hands. Straight away you sense an air of dread, yet cling to hope you can make your stay as brief as possible. You and your fellow exiles have time to yourselves before the day is done. Nonetheless, the dismal environs soon take their toll on everyone. Well, everyone loses 1 hope, except for Ruki. Okay. This is gonna be weird. Again, before I do my reading, I'm gonna take a sip of water, because, oh my god, my throat is sore. Okay, and we're back. It's time to do some reading, and then we'll check in on the Beyonder Crystal. Flaky Hands. Beyond the valley lies the Flaky Hands, which could be called a swamp, if an entire sea could merely be a lake. Soon after our arrival, several of us fell into a dark despair, such were the environs. I found it rather fascinating, though. It held aspects reminiscent of the southern bogs we dwelt in as a tad. We grew accustomed to the dankness of the air and grew to savor certain twigs and beetles. It can be said the Flaky Hands are an acquired taste, recommended only for those of our same bent, or perhaps the downside's native imps. The sea surrounded the environs on 3 sides, appearing insurmountable at first. Okay. Sandra's wistful about something and she's summoning Shay. What brings you to me this time, my dear reader? Let's talk to her. What's on her mind? Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I've been imprisoned here? 1,000 years? You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough I shall be getting there. I've been imprisoned for 837 years. According to my count, at least. It is possible I've lost track, although given my state I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. Whoa. That's interesting backstory. I'm still calling her Mau Mau, so that really puts a twist on the story of Apothecary Diaries. I expected my own death, regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long that it has been. Although enough of that for now, let us get back to business. Oh good, just as I was beginning to feel more bored even than usual. Shay time! You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials to Shay. I must admit I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there's more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon Shay arrives in heat of the summons. Scribes, I think that if I listen carefully that I can hear them calling out to me? Nope. So-called savages such as Shay are similar to nomads such as Hedwyn. I didn't get to read it. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is, you answer to me here. Wow, okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn yet about the rites. But you have learned something, and I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone, save for your reader. Okay. Are you out there to help me with this, miss? Of course I am. Oh god, imps! Ah! Well, bad start. No! No! What the heck? Nope. I don't even know what happened there. Whoa, she can jump super far. No! No, 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 no! Stop it! Yeah, so close! Rude. Okay, whatever. I'm guessing the lesson that this trial is supposed to be teaching me is, I need to jump? Well, that was kind of crazy. And that just proved that yes, the lesson was jump with Shay. Okay, how did I do? I must admit that you did better than I expected, girl. You have passed this trial of yours. Some congratulations are in order, to you and also to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Good job, Shay. Did I imagine all of that, miss? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is that you have there? You have received Calamir's anklet for completing Shay's trial. Oh, rank 20. After Shay casts her aura, it can bounce off objects and solid surfaces. That's crazy. this lucrative contract really hasn't panned out. I'm just gonna make him go crazy fast. You follow the lone minstrel in pursuit of what you came to find. The bog dwellers of Flagging Hands are some of the only creatures that can stand it here, and even they just barely. This particular region is the agricultural heart of the area, but as you can see, there's little left to harvest. Perhaps, though, you can help them plant a strong crop. The lone minstrel leads you to a sad little patch of mud. He leans down and speaks into the earth. Hail, O bog dweller, I've brought to you a reader. Please tell her what you need. With broken hands, it points to you to a collection of foul seeds and simple garden tools. It has worked familiar to you, and to your surprise, the soil is rich and fertile. Grains and other crops could grow. The planting job proves simple enough. It is almost a relief from all your travels. It's a modest effort on your part, yet the bog dweller seems elated. As much can be said of such a creature. It insists on paying you for your assistance. Woo! Stardust! Whoa! Big stardust. We're gonna use that right away. There we go. Being here in Flagging Hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. Everyone loses one hope for the next raid. Well, time to go to the next raid. Oh. That imp looks like he has problems. Here in this fetid swamp of the Flagging Hands, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. Ah! Jodariel! I miss you! The news this time pertains to Jodariel, whom you liberated at the fall of Solium. You learned Jodariel's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She soon was to be reinstated on the blood border, on the presumption that she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position in the First Vale, where a demon such as she could not be seen in the streets. The First Vale, an elite bloodborder platoon, shrouded in secrecy, other than the famous results of its operations. Commonwealth's failed leaders always were surrounded by sentinels in similar garb. But she refused the gesture rather bluntly, the report suggests. Instead, she sought Balfred's agents as well as several of her former foster sons and daughters, and so the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. The last part of the messenger imp's news must have been damaged in transit, although it appears to be in Jodariel's own words. All you can tell is that it says, await. You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news. There's nothing she can't handle. I miss her bad sometimes, but I'm glad she's alright. Tizo! Tizo is fired up about the news of Jodariel's return to the Commonwealth. You give it to him for us, Jody. I knew you had it in you. You think she still has her horns now that she's back up there? She is an inspiration to us all, or to this night, she is at least. Shh. Wonder what the rest of her message said. The news of Jodariel's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Yay, everybody got one hope back. So much reading. Welcome around. Hey guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horns, likes frowning, stuff like that. Something happened there or what? Heard a crazy story. She just flew on out of here or something. Anyway. Ooh, I want that. I don't have the money for it, but I want it. Dang it. Oh well. Cheapskates. Wow, Ron. Heck you. Ew, mushrooms. Yucky. Lacking fungus occasionally produces foul-tasting mushrooms that are strangely satisfying to pluck from it. My brain is so tired, I'm not good at reading words right now. Book of Rights. Scribe's deeds. I wish to be remembered not for boastfulness, thus I refrain from detailing our exploits across the land, save to say that they were numerous. Know that only through our combined strength of arms and wit did we withstand the savage land, such were the monstrous dangers that it posed. I came to see that all the terrors which I heard at bedside in my youth were based entirely in fact. So great they were, they blotted out the sky. Such was the evil that we vanquished, that the remnants of it still yet shine under the stars. And in the end, it was the stars which guided us towards our truest calling. The Pit of Millith. If there is one celestial landmark in which I would never again wish to tread, unless of course the stars beseeched me to, it has to be the pit. 'Twas dark in there beyond all reckoning. If not for Millith's sorcerer's lantern, all of us, we would have been lost. What lies within the pit is not to be invoked, although I have no doubt our goodly Underking shall be unable to prevent himself from boasting of how Millith sealed it there for an entire age. The thing yet lies there, on the edge of death. Through its connection to the stars, it gives the pit significance. Walk there with courage and steady mind. So, okay. I'm gonna do this next. Right? Then I will probably swap off to something that's a little bit easier for me. And, then I'll do the stream for about another hour with whatever that is. And then I'll call it for the night. Just to let you know what the plan is. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet amid the soiled grounds at the Pit of Millith. All there is left to do is wait for nightfall to set. Thank you, TA. I'm doing that not only because this is a lot of reading, but because I want to play more TCG. I really had fun with the simulator shop. It was fun. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth, back and forth. You sense something is weighing on his mind. This night is not a night at all. This knight betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the Sea Dominion. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood if it means having to follow such a craven as that Sir Deluge? Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right, focus on the right, focus on the right. He notices you finally. Oh, Master Reader. This knight did not see you there just now. Such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Know that this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his ex-triumvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he is honored to restore. That's the plan, Gilman. Don't worry. I got your back. I'm gonna resolve everyone's stories. Then a glimmering within the sky draws your and his attention.
The stars align, you exiles of the Night Wings. The 8 scribes summon you to the Pit of Millith. The triumvirate you stand against shall be the Pyre Hearts. Whose ever pyre yet burns ere the break of dawn shall surge forward on the path to glory. Now prepare yourselves.
Wow, Sir Deluge. Gilman, still not abandoned your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities? Sir Deluge wrestles with this massacre time. This knight is most surprised that you have the courage to even show yourself. You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You are no knight at all. You are a teensy minnow swimming in a sea of minnows many times your size, and with much more honor, too. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as soon as it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away. Disgraceful, you Nightwings. You are stupid to have taken that one in. And you are no good at the rights. And another thing. We do not fear you.
Now let us begin.
Okay, let's see what they got. Whoa! So he just has like a suicide bomb in him? That's messed up. Oh! And if he banishes someone, one of his allies comes back. That's messed up. Oh, all of them have that. That is going to be super annoying. Sir Gilman.
Sir Gilman.
And just because I need to use them more. Wait.
Head in. It is done.
Alright, Sir Gilman, let's see what your old friends can do. Come then, Nightwings, just show this knight how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor. On guard!
Begin. Banished each
Oh.
in turn. Your adversary's
Okay.
Pyre is the first to falter.
Oh.
Au revoir now, Sir Deluge. Why, that was all of them.
Well, that was
Douse the flame.
easy.
There. Righteous
Thank you, Sir
fire.
Gilman. He's so fast. Yeah.
Be gone, you lot. She soared right in.
Oh. Eh. I kicked my microphone. Sorry. Hi, Zal. Thank you. Sir Deluge, another most inglorious defeat is imminent. This knight can feel it in his bone. Wait, he only has one bone? What does that mean?
Ah,
Yeah, not today.
splendid.
Why does he only have one bone? That's weird. No,
You'll have to do better than that.
no. Eh.
'Tis what the scribes ordained.
I wish I had only one bone. It'd be really fun to be that floppy.
Oh,
No.
and it is done.
Yeah, the reason why I wanted to
Nightwings
fight them
prevailed.
was because it was gonna be
Was
super
as
easy.
though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
I'm honestly embarrassed that they managed to score it all.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Curse you, Gilman! You were a fool to abandon us. Oh, I pressed enter too soon. Whoopsie. Still, you do not seem to understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path towards enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Just shut up. You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade. And everybody knows, this knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him.
There is much to learn from this experience.
No matter what anyone says, I refuse to think there's some sort of limit to one's understanding of all this. Hell yeah, divine retribution. Good job,
The
Hamatha.
exiled Pamatha perhaps can learn the errors of her kind.
Well, Tamatha, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether you like it or not. Ooh. Aw, that's so good. She gets
The
swift light.
holy power of the eldest matriarch. Until the next rite.
Back at the Black Wagon, the Nightwings are unwinding after they thwarted the Pyre Hearts with ease. The deadest hour of the night is approaching, so you excuse yourself to read the stars outside and plot a course for your next confrontation. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Let's go fight the puppies. Your next adversaries are to be the Fate, headed by Dalbert Oldheart and his son. They show unyielding respect to a tradition that shows them no such love. He then shares with you what details he attains of your next adversaries. Dalbert Oldheart, an adversary who showed you his respect and even generosity. Despite his advanced age, he also made for a formidable opponent. He and his son. The so-called Elmer the Helpless, ever present at his father's side, he was abandoned as an infant before Dalbert found him and raised him as his own. Dalbert taught his son everything he knew of his cultural heritage, as in his descendant from one of the Alpha Chiefs, thought to be descended from Jomor Many-Mane himself. However, his more vocal attempts to preserve old Kurd traditions in the Commonwealth often fell on deaf ears or even roused the anger of officials. One day he insisted on celebrating Fang Song against the wishes of his family. His family's caution was well-founded in this case and he was taken into custody. An old Kur holiday in which a single pack of Kurs vanquished an entire Imperial brigade. And Drummer's Jaws and Drummer's many manes ran red that day, the song of the chief. As for Almer, as his father was led away, he put up enough of a fight as to where he wound up sharing his father's cell, and soon enough his sentence. On the downside, their faith brought them into contact with a pack of spiritual curs residing in Jomor Valley. In time, they became acquainted with the rites and helped to revitalize the long-struggling triumvirate known as the Fate. They have since struggled on, at times flirting with freedom, though seldom getting within striking distance. Yet still, they long to find a way to return to their ancestral home and family. Should they succeed in all this, only one of them would be returned. They must know that by now. Either way, you shall see them again soon. Please rest yourself for now, while the dark of night remains. You bid the lone minstrel a good evening. It is too late to take flight, so you make plans to rise at dawn to continue your travels. And I'm going to take his advice. And indeed, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to quit the game for now.